Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network and another episode of the NBA Betting Card Live, a show we will be doing every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. live with these two guys. I've got Astaire, I've got Tyler Hicks, and I'm so lucky to be joined by them each and every Tuesday to go over the NBA slate, some NBA chatter, some NBA debates, and of course, go through their NBA betting cards. So I'll go to you first, Spread. How are you doing? I know your knee, right, is still recovering, but how are you doing? And how's your NBA day going?
Man, you need to take a walk after you bet on the Lakers. How disgusting was that last night? But we have a big trade to talk about, and I can't wait to hear yours and Tyler's thoughts, right? Because James Harden is now a member of the Clippers. Tyler, you didn't seem to think it was much of a big deal. You expected it. It was like nothing to you. You barely reacted. You were more excited about a backup QB ended up on the Vikings, Tyler. What's going on with that James Harden trade?
Yeah, I mean, I just had to rub that in because Monday you told me the Vikings weren't trading.
Backups don't count.
Hey, he's starting. He started all
year. No,
he's
not. The other dude's starting this week.
He started in Arizona every week he was there, and now he's going to start in Minnesota. So that's
the other dude's going to start. The little rookie kid.
One quarterback was moved. I was right. Spread was wrong on that.
I was right.
Why? Hey, how many? You thought no quarterbacks were going to be moved?
I told him you don't trade for a quarterback mid-season.
He said the Vikings were just going to ride that guy out.
There was no way they're riding that out. I'll jump in on that one. I'll jump in on
how bad the NFC is this year. They could legit still get a wild card.
They are in the 7th spot right now. Literally right now, I think they're in the 7th spot.
And so dogs can keep them in that 7th spot. So
and Jefferson is coming back soon. I think there was a report today. So yeah, I know this is an NBA show, but yes. So you had to settle that you said it. I was hoping it was going to be Brissett or Jameis Winston. Help those Jefferson and Addison shares even more, but hopefully Dobbs helps him enough. So
you know what, Meg? All right, we've already gone down the road. Let's not wait till Thursday. Yeah. Guys, this is NBA/NFL betting card today. Special edition trade deadline. You lost your two best defensive linemen. How do you feel?
I thought it was only going to be one. I was resigned that I knew we were going to trade one of Chase Young, Montez Sweat. We can't re-sign them both. So like it made sense. I was fine with one going. I'm shocked that two went, but getting a second and a third round, Chase Young, in my opinion, he had a bad injury, didn't really bounce back from it. We'll see if he gets healthy and back to his form. But I thought getting a second round for Sweat, and you're going to have like pick number 34 or something by having the Bears second round. I love that. The young one caught me a little more off guard, but I wanted him to go, but I realized they traded Sweat because they got the higher value for him. And then, oh, by the way, you can still get decent value on Young. So, unfortunately, we live in a world with a salary cap. You have to make tough decisions. I think Young has been underperforming and obviously been banged up. So it is what it is. I'm thrilled with getting a second and a third round pick. I mean, as much as I say, if I leave this season knowing I have a new owner, a new quarterback of the future, and now we stockpile draft picks, I'm not mad about it. Not mad at all. We were only going to be able to sign one of those guys.
And I think you got a deal on the Young. I mean, other than I didn't think draft potential, right? Yeah. Or college highlights, just look at his NFL film. It's worth about a third rounder, and you're going to have to pay him a ton of money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We were
so that one works. Sweat is the one that I think guys might regret. But it's like, what are the Bears doing?
Well, I think Steve and I talked about this before we just did an Underdog show. It'll be up later. Check out the Underdog Battle Royale. If you like to play that on Underdog, I highly recommend it. It's super fun. But before we jumped on the Underdog show, we were talking about the trades, and Chicago is getting Sweat to then be able to tag and sign him long term, because if he hits the open market, either he could have been then retained by the Washington, or hit the open market, and then he has his choice where to go.
Right, but just like you guys, that's why you don't re-sign Sweat, right? Because he's not in your timeline.
Right, but
he's not in the Bears timeline either.
Well, but if they feel like...
Don't you think that second round pick's going to be a lot more valuable for a team that's going to be 3-14?
Yeah, I would agree with that. However, I guess if they feel like they have the money to spend, because I've heard some chatter on Twitter, well, they had the money to spend to get him in free agency. Well, maybe you wouldn't have gotten him in free agency. So now you're getting him to either tag and sign him to it, this and going about it this way. I see your point. I guess I kind of see I'm playing the typical Megan and seeing both sides. But no, I see your point, Spread. I was surprised by too. Listen, I think Washington got a deal getting the second round. I think Washington got a deal getting a high second round, and then I think we got a deal getting a third round.
So I think the second rounders proper Sweat is good.
He's good. He's really good.
For example, if you can only keep one, money doesn't matter. You'd rather have Sweat, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all agree there.
100%.
A second rounder for an edge rusher that we know is good, that's a fair deal. A third rounder, and I understand why the 49ers do it. Great trade for the 49ers because they have the system to absorb and get Chase Young in line. Mm-hmm. But with the performance that he's shown so far.
Him and Bosa. I didn't realize that until I was talking to Steve too. The reuniting him and Bosa, the Ohio State boys.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I think it works for the Niners, but they're like one of the 5 teams that can pull it off, right?
Yeah, for sure. They're
like the Raiders can't pull it off. Texans, bad timeline. I mean,
I guess if you think Chicago does get like the first 2 picks and gets like Caleb Williams and and like is in like a quick rebuild, maybe then the Sweat pick, getting him and signing him long term doesn't look so bad. I guess I can put the spin and see that side of it.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Sweat one was definitely a bigger upgrade for the Bears. You got to build somewhere on the defense, and he's a nice building block to have on that defense. And I think that's the best spot for Chase Young. It's just he can't be the focal point of a defensive line. Maybe in a few years, but with the way he's dealt with injuries, it's good for him to be like the 3rd or 4th guy. He won't see many double teams with Bosa on the other side, Armstead there, Hargraves in the middle. Like they have a solid defensive line to surround him with. But I still think the San Fran needed to address the secondary more than they needed to just bolster the D line because, it's nice. It's like, oh, well, now we'll just get to the quarterback before you could throw it.
I think this is their way of addressing the secondary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
you guys got to cover for 2 seconds.
It's not always that simple because now when he does the speed it up 1-2, let me get this ball out as quick as possible, and the corners are just getting shredded. It's like, they kind of neutralized that trade, didn't they?
Like a team like the Bengals,
a team like the Bengals, if he was there this week, does he make that much of a difference? I say no. I still think Burrow does what he did.
Yeah, for guys that can get it out, like you said, has that 2-second clock. I get what you're saying. So this and Clyde said Green Bay.
Russell Douglas went there.
Okay.
It's a nice.
I'm literally catching up as we all are. We're trying to digest this all so quickly. Again, I really had my eye on the Vikings situation. So obviously Dobbs there. And then, 2 big ones for me as a Washington fan was huge. There was also some chatter that Antonio Gibson could be moved, which kind of surprised me. But
who would want him?
I guess I don't. Yeah, I thought the same
RB2,
thing.
I mean, or an RB3 even. I could see a team just kind of holding on to him, or even just a special teams guy at this point.
Yeah, I guess
Baltimore is the only one.
Yeah,
just let him go there and get injured in 2 weeks.
I don't think he fits their scheme though. They wanted Derrick Henry to be that guy, and then
did you see the Titans owner vetoed that? Remember, I told you guys. I said they will not do that because they hate each other so much.
The GM and everyone had the trade done, and the Titans owner was like, "Yeah, this ain't happening."
This isn't happening.
To the Ravens. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, it doesn't look like King Henry is moving. Doesn't, unfortunately for you, Spread. It looks like Devontae Adams is staying put. So we have to suffer watching Devontae Adams get balls sailed on him and not be fed from a fantasy standpoint. That sucks for our Devontae Adams shares. Any other recaps from NFL, and then anything else that you guys want to talk about the Harden trade?
I just want to take a victory lap on that Dallas anytime defensive touchdown.
You got to take a massive victory lap on
the first quarter. They picked 6 them, and then that was a nice easy 5-1 that we cashed.
Absolutely.
We hit the Bengals plus 4.5 as a spread, and we got the Etienne over on his rushing yards. The only one I missed was that under in the Saints game. And I think they were over the total by halftime, I believe, right, Spread?
Yeah. It's almost better when you're like, okay, that bet.
I'd rather lose.
And you guys got to catch up to me. I got 2 first TDs now. You guys each only have 1.
Oh, that's right. You do have 2 first TDs.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Well, I will say, yeah, you got to take the victory. Yeah. So you almost swept the board again, Tyler, because you swept the board 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that defensive call was amazing. From the prop standpoint, we didn't have a good props week this week. We have been having good props weeks several weeks in a row. We didn't have as good props week this week, but we've been 5 and 4 or better on anytime touchdowns, I believe, 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. So, and then, these first touchdowns. So I don't want to say that we're touchdown whisperers, but I don't want to say that we're not, because I think we're starting to get it figured out here. And the thing about those anytime touchdowns, first touchdowns, obviously major plus odds. Anytime touchdowns, we're not doing the common like Christian McCaffrey minus 230. We're hitting the plus money bangers, right? So we are, looking for those plus money spots. And I mean, Tyler hit a huge one on that Dallas one. So that was awesome, Tyler. Any other thoughts? NBA landscape thoughts before we get
this was a good trade, Tyler, for both teams. Why do you think that they gave up a bag of chips?
I mean, what helps Philly here, Spread?
Batum and Covington.
2 old guys that
can defend on the wing.
That are, supposedly defenders still, but are going to get cooked by all the young guys in the league. Yeah. Good luck to Philly with those 2. And you add Harden to the Clippers when I know it wasn't like they were like a championship contender, but it seemed like what they had worked with Russ running the point. Now Harden's going to come in and want the ball in his hands, and we all know Russ can't play off the ball. Neither can Harden at this point. So there's only one ball, and now 2 guys need it. And there's 2 other superstars on the team. They got to score.
What if they each only play 24 minutes?
I just think that's a recipe for disaster.
It's a recipe for success. Let's go. I've upgraded both teams, Tyler. First of all, getting those wings for Philadelphia helps, because Maxi's essentially Harden at this point, right? So they didn't lose anything by losing Harden. I think Harden was a little better passer, but where Maxi and how much we expect him to improve, this is wonderful for him. I don't understand how you think that these guys can't help. Oh, we left out PJ Tucker too.
I think he's going to be off the clips. Really helps. Like Harden, I think Harden's more of just a name at this point.
No, he can still score and pass.
How old is Harden now?
34.
Okay.
On bad hammies.
Bad hammy 44.
We'll see how this ages as the season goes on, but I don't think it's going to age well.
For both teams?
I mean, I don't think Philly's in a spot to win anything with how they're set up. And I don't think...
But they didn't get worse.
I don't think they... I think they got a little bit worse. If they held on to Harden, somehow got him to play, and Embiid went down, like they probably still sneak in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Embiid goes down now, they're bottom 5.
They just let Maxi take over. It's Maxi season.
No.
Batum, veteran leadership.
All right, let's get on with the slate. We're talking about Nick Batum being.
Well, Clyde says a couple funny things. Dr. Evil with his cat. So he's
she ditched me though. She was supposed to come hang out. She was supposed to be the star of the show today. Dasha, where'd you go?
Yeah, come on, be the star of the show. I got Riggs over here snoring. And then he says he's still a survivor thanks to us. So whatever we've done to help, that's awesome. What goes into first touchdown? Buddy says first drive is pre-scripted. LOL. I know for me, it's just I'm projecting which team I think is going to score first, and then obviously the most common score, or just a price spot that you see is awesome. Like Tyler got a couple weeks ago with Kadarius Toney. So I think those are a couple of the things that we think about. All right. Any other NBA like thoughts so far this early into the season? Anything else that you guys want to chat through before we like break these games down one by one and hear what you guys are thinking betting on tonight?
I mean, not really. Don't want to overreact too much on like 3 games.
Exactly.
I can tell you like 5 teams stink right now, but then they can turn it around. I can tell you like 4 teams look a lot better, but they could fall off a cliff. So
just for the sake of argument, who are the 5 teams, Tyler?
One
stuck at home nursing an injured leg.
The Hornets stink. Who else stinks? The Spurs look like they stink. The Blazers are the worst team in the league. I think Indiana's really good, but they could also fall off a cliff at any moment. Same thing with the Pelicans. That's pretty much it. And the Memphis stinks.
All right, here's my hot take. After watching the Warriors last night, Moses Moody needs to go into that starting lineup. He's way better than Clay.
Kuminga. It's almost like somebody's been trying to tell people for years that Moses Moody's better than Kuminga.
Oh, well, here we go. I can't even give the guy some props without track and field, Mr. Carl Lewis over here taking another victory lap.
The victory
Everyone
laps.
kept
I
telling
like
me
it.
for the last 3 years that Kuminga's improved over the offseason.
How am I the one with an injured leg when you're taking 17 victory laps per show?
Just got to stay conditioned.
How is the leg spread? How close are we to being 100%?
I don't know. I'm going to try it again tomorrow. It's been a week. I've seriously just been sitting around all week. I think that's why I'm getting kind of surly or whatever.
You're getting
but
cranky
Tyler,
on us?
Although I joked about it, you did have one more victory lap to take, and it wouldn't be fair if we didn't do it. 11-1. The kid does it again. Dude, you saved my night.
Yep, the triple-double parlay last night. Jokic and Luka, the EuroLeague one, you called it.
Oh, yeah. Man, I miss this. I love doing those kind of parlays, and because I was so focused on TNT or on Monday Night Football, I miss this. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it
had to be the Lions. The only reason you were focused on it. What a terrible.
I watch every Island game. That game was terrible, though.
I watched it too. It was depressing.
For you, it's super depressing as a Raiders fan. But I mean, I watch every Island.
Even for you, didn't it feel depressing, Meg? I mean, didn't it just feel like? I mean,
sad.
You've seen those videos online where some like 6'4" dude beats up on some dude who's like 5'3".
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't want to watch this bullying. It's like it's making me feel sick to my stomach.
It was rough. I'm sorry, Spread. But you know what? How we're gonna get you, cheered up, recovering from your knee injury. We're gonna pick some winners tonight, and we're gonna focus on this slate. So we've got 3 games tonight, right? Yes.
That's right.
We got 3 games.
Me and Tyler are ready to argue because we couldn't come to any consensus yet on the treasure map.
They're not aligned on the treasure map. There's no consensus. Plenty to debate. 3 games tonight. So let's start it now. We got perfect rotation in the chat. We got Clyde in the chat. Great to see you guys. First game, we've got New York Knicks at Cleveland Cavaliers at 7, tipping off at 7:30. Knicks are favored by 3.5. Total is 212.5. Spread. I'll go to you first on this. I know the Knicks are Tyler's team, but who do you see in this game? Who do you like in this game?
I mean, isn't this the typical NBA as we wait for the news? Donovan Mitchell questionable. He was in shoot around, but talking to some of my friends, I've mentioned many times last season, Donovan Mitchell listed questionable, did shoot around, and then did not play. If Mitchell plays, I want the Cavaliers plus 3.5, and I want the over. I wanted to already bet the over. But Tyler hit me with a very prescient question. He says, if Mitchell doesn't play, Garland doesn't play, and Jared Allen doesn't play, where are those points coming from to get you over? And after he laughed at my Dean Wade / Max Strus comment, we decided that wasn't prudent. So I'll send it over to Tyler. But Tyler, I'm still here. If we get news that Mitchell's in, I want the Cavs in the over. But I think that you feel that the Knicks will get this win even with Mitchell out. How much is last season and that playoff series playing into this for you?
It's not even just that. It's the other guys out for the Cavs. Jared Allen's out, which is going to open up the middle. Like Mobley's going to be the only big the Cavs have.
Mobley's still one of the best bigs in the league.
But now he's by himself, so a little bit of foul trouble. Now they have no bigs, and they can't defend any of these New York guys, the guys with the size. RJ Barrett's
Do you think they'll get in foul trouble at home, though? They should get a friendly whistle.
You would think so, but we've seen wilder things. It's a very, very short rotation for the Cavs. We already know they have no depth, and now you're missing 2 starters. Ty Jerome's also out, which was a guy that plays off the bench for them. Karis LeVert's got a Q-tag with left hamstring soreness. And Mitchell, just like you said, he shot around before and missed games, and he had an IV in that hamstring over the weekend to try and play in a game. So even if he plays, I don't think he's 100%, and I don't think you get the full-out effort out of him. So I'm on the Knicks here. I think they just kind of go out there. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle have themselves some games, and they win this game pretty easily. Like a Julius Randle double-double and win 2-1 like that.
Yeah.
You could do, where's the Brunson ones at here? Brunson 7+ assists, and they win plus 350. I don't mind either of those right there.
You know, I love those. You know, I love those player doubles.
I don't see any with Brunson's.
Tyler, obviously, like, I'm hesitant. Let's say Mitchell gets ruled out. Do you think this line moves?
Yes, it's going to go to 5.
That's what I was going to say. You sounds like you think the spread's way too low now.
I mean, they moved a point when he was listed questionable. It was 2.5 yesterday. All right.
So, okay. So, Tyler, what was the second one? It was Randall double and win. What was the second one? You know, I love
Brunson 7+ assists and they win.
Okay. I literally
let me see what I'm getting on these numbers. What numbers are you getting, Tyler?
A third one, Meg, if you just want to target some RJ Barrett, there's an RJ Barrett 20+ points and they win plus 205. We all know the dude loves to chuck a bunch of shots. If he gets hot, he could definitely get up over that 20.
Okay.
Didn't you slander RJ Barrett all last year when I tried to tell you he was good?
Yeah, I mean, he's a shot chucker. I still don't think he's all that good, but
which I always worry, you know, just being more honestly on, and you guys both know this, on the prop side of things in NBA, especially of, you know, the blowout risk and then blowouts killing, you know, the overs and that kind of stuff. Which of these props would Randall double, Brunson 7 assists, Barrett 20 would be most at risk if Mitchell were to be ruled out and it turned ugly? Like
the total's 212. The blowout, the lower the total is, the less possibility we have a blowout. Of course, that could happen. Cavaliers only get 80 points, but since we're targeting Knicks, we don't have to worry. Tibbs is going to run them out there, even if they're up 18. Wouldn't you agree, Tyler?
Yeah, you still.
I would say for props, this is one of the safest games. Of the night.
That's good.
I think.
Got a question.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's the lowest spread as well, but lowest spread, lowest total. Right. For example, the Clips play the Lakers tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way more wary of props in that game, regardless of the result. I mean, that's a big game.
Just because of the minute, even the way the minutes are going to be distributed.
I think they have to be looking ahead to it.
Okay.
A win over the Lakers means more than a win over the Magic, because they're in the same conference, same division. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want that head-to-head tiebreaker.
Right.
If you could choose one, you want the conference win rather than the non-conference win.
Right.
That's a huge game. And just for the optics of it, right? I mean,
yeah, yes. That
Lakers Clippers, right? That's going to draw. It's an ESPN game. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Right.
It should be Harden's debut as well. My point is, I would not worry about props at all tonight in this game, though, Meg. And Tyler, what number did you say? Because my Brunson 7+ is plus 247. What do you get?
Like plus 340.
A whole dollar. It's so crazy. What was your other one? Randall double?
It was Randall double and win, and
Barrett
2-1.
Really? Because I can get Randall more than 10 rebounds and win. It's 2 plus 214.
And then someone in chat, Gator don't play. Barrett 25 plus points, plus 375. Thoughts? I'll let you guys answer this one.
I mean, he's had 24, 26, and 18.
I don't want to go too crazy. What do you think, Tyler? You're better at these than me.
He's had 24, 26, and 18 this year, and he's taken 20, 15, and 16 shots. So the volume's there. He's just got to hit the shot.
Yeah, you can go for it. I mean, it's a plus 375 too. So what do you have to win it? Like 31% of the chance?
Right. Exactly.
So Tyler, I can only play one, and the one I'm getting closer to you is this Randall. Although it doesn't count assists, it's just 10 plus rebounds.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. Because he becomes the point forward, grabs you like 8 rebounds, gets you the 10 assists, flirts with a triple double. But he has doubled every game this season spread with rebounds. So
oh really? Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, 14 and 11, 17, 12, and 10 and 12.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna play the 10 plus rebounds New York to win.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
If Donovan Mitchell's out.
Well, I was gonna say if you want to have some real fun, go sprinkle on his triple double too, and just hopefully maybe he gets both for you, the assist and the 10 rebounds. Then you get both.
I don't have a triple double performance double, but I'm sure I have it just as a.
What's his triple double number? I'm looking it up right now. I mean, it's just a triple double. Is plus 5,000.
That can't be right. I'm betting that is a way.
That can't be right. Bet that right now, but they'll probably
That
take
is
everything.
so
Tyler, I can get 10 to
mispriced.
1 on RJ Barrett to be
I'm
the
telling
highest
you,
scoring
it's
player of
not.
the game.
It's not even to win. It's just triple double.
Right, before that number was said, what were you thinking? Because in my head, before I opened that tab, I was thinking 10 to 1.
I was logged out. I'm logging in and
no,
grabbing it.
less than that.
Wait, you're saying? Wait, I'm
50
talking
to
about
1 on-
Randall. I'm talking Randall. That's you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to come in at like 10, 15 to 1. He's had in his 3 games, game 1, 14, 11, and 7. Game 2, 17, 12, and 9. Game 3, 10, 12, and 4. Like the game 3 was a little bit off, but the other 2 games were pretty close. I don't think
I just grabbed
a
it.
guy out there. Yeah, I'm betting that
50 to 1. I just grabbed it. Yeah, that's freaking that's awesome. So, hey, that's what's fun about the NBA betting card live. We grab the misprices.
Tyler,
right, we see 'em. And so
can Barrett 10 to 1 to be top scorer for the game. Randall,
I love those.
7 to 1.
I love those top score bets on these, especially on these.
Because you keep watching. Do you like either of those, Tyler? Did I lose you?
Is it dead if your guy plays? Is it dead?
He's minus 223.
Because I think so.
Okay, so I won't play that then. Okay.
No, I'm asking you, is it dead if Mitchell plays?
I think you're right. It probably is. So now stay away. I think you got a good point.
A quickly prop. Okay. Clyde said.
I don't have quickly numbers up to you.
Okay.
He wasn't one of my targets.
Hold on, let me look. All right, where's quickly for me? I got over 11.5.
Okay. Gotcha.
What do you think, Tyler? I don't know.
He wasn't one of my targets on the night. I got nothing on him.
Yeah, let's not play quickly.
Okay.
Clyde, you can enjoy that on your own.
Okay, so on the betting card, the lean is over and Nick's spread. Are you guys? But you're saying, Tyler, you like that either way. Spread, you don't like the spread as much if Mitchell's in. Does that kind of summarize it?
Yeah, I like the Cavaliers in the over if the Mitchell plays. If Mitchell plays, I really just want to get in on the over.
Okay, gotcha. So. And Tyler, do you like the spread, Nick's spread either way?
Yeah, I like him regardless if Mitchell plays or not because I don't think he's 100%.
Actually, Tyler, this game's gone under 5 of the last time they played, but that's all playoff games. Do you think that matters?
Those are all playoff games.
Okay.
Yeah, it matters.
And then to summarize,
of course it matters.
Summarize some props. These guys like Randall double and win. Randall double, Randall triple double. We just grabbed that at 50 to 1. That was wild stuff. Brunson 7+ assists. Barrett 20+. Someone in chat asked about 25+ at plus 375. And so we said that's worth a shot based on the way he is shooting. Any other props that you guys like to summarize this game? Tyler, I'll ask you since spread.
I got nothing. That was.
Those are a lot. Those are a lot of good props to consider. And like Spread said, he likes the props in this game. Hopefully, it does stay close. Mitchell stays close, and either way, he wasn't concerned about blowout risks to put these props in jeopardy. So, okay, so let's move on to the next game. Let's see here. Course, the computer is not cooperating with me. Next game, we've got San Antonio Spurs at Phoenix Suns. Suns favored by -6.5. Total is 225.5. Tyler, I'll go to you first as spread comes back in. Who do you like in this game? What do you think about the side, the total, and then we'll get into the props.
I'm probably staying away from this middle game.
Okay.
It's weird because at first it was like, I kind of think the Spurs are undervalued in the market. They were getting a lot of points against the Clippers. They got blasted, lost by 40. They didn't look good. I don't want to throw them down the drain yet. And then the Suns are missing 2 of their best 3 players. It's just going to be KD out there like the old Brooklyn Nets by himself. And the Spurs are going to want to push the pace. Now, one thing I noticed losing that Clippers bet with the Spurs was they tried to push the pace against a Russell Westbrook point guard led team who can match the pace with them. I'm not sure Phoenix can match the pace exactly with them to where KD's going to want to slow it down, play as more of an ISO ball. So I could see the Spurs pace causing them some problems here, but I'm not ready to bet them plus the 6.5. I think I'm just going to take my shots on Victor's props again. His double still 4-1.
Love it. Love it.
He played kind of meh in game 1, exploded in game 2. He went meh in game 3. Maybe he's just going to play the even games good. The bigs for Phoenix aren't all that impressive. He's like a lot quicker on his feet than Nurkic. He's also been compared to KD a lot coming out of France. He probably wants to make an impression on the guy he's been compared to. He's just supposedly a taller version of him. So I think he has a decent game. I think he can get a double-double. I'll play that at 4-1. And, of course, play his blocks at 2.5 at plus money.
Spread, I need to let Tyler take another victory lap. I'm sorry, but let him put his track shoes on here because I tailed you on, I believe it was Friday's slate, whatever that second game for him was. I tailed you on the double-double, and then I parlayed him with a couple other guys to double-double, and I round robin it. I got the round robin, and it was Westbrook that crushed the parlay. But it was still made some nice little profit on a round robin, but had some fun with that and his Wemby's double-double. So thank you for that call. Take another victory lap.
Like to hear it. I mean, what did we miss the 150-1 parlay by, Spread? 4 assists?
I think it was less. Wasn't it 7 out of 10?
I thought Kate had 12 and 6 at the end.
Oh, I tailed that one too. I did like a couple different ones that night, and I tailed that one too. Yeah, because I watched your guys' show that night and tailed that one as well. So yeah, you got to we're all about following you guys on the treasure map, and then the show guides you some fun, props and parlays as well. So I'm all about that. But that was a fun night. I was sweating out that Westbrook one. But he wasn't. Just
to touch back on the Randall triple double being mispriced, he's 25-1 on DK.
Wow. Yeah. Gator Don't Play said that. Yeah, he can get it at 25-1. What massive, advantage you're getting there on FanDuel. So if you have access to FanDuel Sportsbook, go grab that 50-1 before it goes away. Okay. Spread, your thoughts on this game. Are you touching a side? Are you touching a total? How do you think this game shakes out?
All right. If you were to design a player to guard Kevin Durant, you'd make Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
He's taller.
Yeah.
Longer wingspan. And arguably just as quick. I mean, we don't know that. But I'm thinking he is. My question is, because let's say they throw him on KD, he's going to never have experienced anything like this before in his life, right? This is going to be like when Shaq met Yao Ming, and he's been like, I've always been the bigger player.
I just think
will they do that matchup is my question. Yes. Or are they going to have him roam?
I think he at some point he gets matched up with him, like maybe a pick and roll. He will be in front of him at some point. I don't think it's the same as when Shaq ran into like Yao Ming, where it's going to be like, oh, like maybe for KD's sake, where it's like, oh, like I can't shoot over this guy.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how he's going to adjust. He's never been in this situation Victor, before.
Even though that's probably going to be the best player that's ever stood in front of Victor with a basketball, it's still pretty hard to shoot over the guy when his arm's about 11 feet up in the air. So I don't care how good you are if you can't get the ball over his hand.
Do you see how I'm making this argument for the Spurs here?
Yeah.
And if Booker was in, then it would just be like, okay, fine. Booker's going to cook, and we would have played Booker props. Or KD assists, something to that effect, right? But without Beal and Booker out there, I think you can make a good argument for the Spurs based off that matchup. Now, what's keeping us down, Tyler, was that absolute egg that they laid against the Clippers.
Yeah, what was that? I mean,
they did not even look like an NBA team.
I think we identified what happened there. I think a lot of games
are going
to win and be closer against slower paced teams. And when they speed up the pace and get up and down the floor against teams, it's going to cause problems. Westbrook negated all that with just the way he plays. He said, you guys want to speed it up? I'll run the offense just as fast as you want on the other end. And then it was like, all right, well, now our one advantage is probably out the window. And they are way more talented than us, and we can't defend them. They got outran right out the gym by 40 points. They speeded up on KD and these guys. Like, if Phoenix is hitting their threes, speeding the game up, they're probably going to have the same thing happen to them. They probably get blown out. But I think speeding it up against some of these other Phoenix guys is going to really, hurt them the way they play the game.
My projections have this at 8. My projections have this going over by 7 points, but we didn't. So the 8 on it's -7 now. It's -6.5 when we
Mhm.
filled out the treasure map.
Right.
That's not an edge at all.
Okay. Well, that's
The
why you would just
argument
have
would be
lanes.
towards the over, Tyler. My concern is just that we get another dud from the Spurs.
I don't think that the Phoenix guys can defend as well as the Clippers guys. Do you?
No.
Yeah, so I'm not as much as worried about it as the dud there because I think they'll be able to score.
All right, over on the
Okay.
highest total of the board. Not the worst look I've ever heard of. Tyler, what props do you like?
That's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
Let's go. And I was also going to ask, does the matchup you talked about, I know you said it's not like they're going to be like exclusively matched up all the time, but like, does the Wemby matchup with KD, does that worry you about foul trouble? Does that worry you about any of KD's overs, or how does that adjust your mindset to?
Because KD is such a jump shooter, I'm not worried about foul trouble.
Yeah,
Okay.
Katie's not going to just keep driving into him and trying to
Right.
get him into foul trouble. Like maybe he
Right.
gets him off his feet once or twice, jumps into him, but
Right.
Like Giannis, that would be a concern.
Yeah,
Right.
that's one. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
did you see his Halloween costume spread? They were like, see, he dressed up something just like himself. It was the Hulk. It was like somebody that doesn't rely on skill or anything else, just brute force to get done what they need.
Oh my God, we're not slandering my guy again, are we?
Yeah,
wow, the man who just said Harden doesn't matter is going to quote James Harden. I wish I was 7 foot and I could just run and dunk. You remember when he said that? I actually have to use skill. Do you remember that quote?
If you're just bigger and stronger than everybody and you're faster, why not just take advantage of it? So, I mean, you can't knock the guy for it when that's just his advantage in the game.
Right, right.
If Victor can hold the ball all the way up here and nobody can get it, why not just hold the ball up here the whole time?
All right, so no concern about foul trouble. Are you concerned about KD props with, Wemby guarding him sometimes?
I mean, he's really the only guy they got. So the entire
under on points, over on assists.
You could go that route, but I mean, that
was what I was going to ask next.
I probably just stay away from his props altogether. Just because 31.5 on his points, even though he's going to be the main guy, is pretty high. You could maybe target his threes, but at the same time, I'd probably rather play like an Eric Gordon. He could probably get some shots off. It's 2.5. And the only guy I really want from props in this game is Victor. Like,
okay,
his threes is 1.5. He's going to be matched up with Nurkic. I don't think Nurkic wants to go out on the perimeter that much. Do you think so, Spread? Not all the way out there, especially on defense. Like Victor,
they might just not run that.
Yeah, Victor could hit some threes there, but his blocks and his double doubles are the one I want to play. Just because 3+ blocks, you're getting it at +150, and the double double at 4-1. I'm just going to keep playing that until they lower those odds. Yeah,
right. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You mentioned Eric Gordon. One guy I played that I got nice odds on. Maybe it was the first game. Was Josh Okogie. Do you still like him as just being a guy who needs to chip in on points? He's going to
play a ton of minutes, but even Spread will say it like he's not the most offensively sound player. Like he'll have his games like game one. Like, oh my God, like he's making all his shots. He looks great. But then there's going to be games where you bet like an over 1.5 threes, and he's going to get every corner three you need, and he's going to miss every single one of them.
Exactly what you don't want to see. Okay, gotcha.
Spurs to decide to defend him, right, Meg? Right. Just like if we're doing a showdown in DFS for NFL,
right?
If we know the number one's going to be doubled, we love the number two.
Sure, that makes sense.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that you give me the NFL equivalent.
Yeah, well, he's going to be completely reliant on how the other team schemes. If the Spurs double KD, he's got great opportunities. If they play everything straight up, which I actually think there's a good chance because, like I said, Wembanyama is the absolute perfect person to guard KD. And, I thought Giannis was before, but Wembanyama is even better.
Yeah.
So that's why I would think that they would go one-on-one, which would limit.
I mean, just for fun, just be like, because I'm not like it'd be fun to bet the +240 on them or just take the +6.5. What's Wemby double and win? Like he just throws KD and just do a fit. He can't figure out what to do versus them. Let's see.
I'm looking that up right now.
I see Zach Collins double. That's not what I want.
So yeah, do you say the double is almost 4-1, double and win? I'm looking that up right now.
Might have to manually build this one. I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
His 3+3s and win is 12-1.
Victor Wembanyama to have 10 plus rebounds in San Antonio to win plus 825.
That's that. See, now that's a bet I can get behind in this game.
Yeah.
He dominates the game, gets the double. We cash that ticket. And the Suns look like the Nets with just KD out there, and he has a guy on him he's never seen before, and it gives him a ton of fits. They're upset.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an interesting approach. Any other like score shooters on San Antonio that you guys like from a props perspective, or any other props that you like?
Vassell,
Vassell,
however you want.
I think it's Vassell. Let's say Vassell from here on out.
Okay.
Vassell. I'm just gonna say both names
because Vassell would be Vassal.
Yeah.
Vassell.
Okay. He seems like he's number 2 on this team behind Victor. So I wouldn't mind his props. And Keldon Johnson at 1.5 on his threes. I mean, that dude could have a great game at any moment. We've seen him pop off. So those would be my guys. Trey Jones is more. Maybe you could target his assists. But outside of that,
8 plus assists in San Antonio win plus 875, 7 plus assists plus 525.
Yeah, if we're gonna bet the Spurs here spread, I think we do it that way. Like we target one of these and get a huge price on it.
Yeah,
but I don't think we're gonna bet the Spurs.
No, if I'm betting them, I'm betting this Wemby 10 plus rebounds and they win it. It's plus 989 on FanDuel.
You're sprinkling on like a little more lotto. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that approach. Okay, anything else about this game? Anything else you want to debate, talk about, props, anything else before we get to the third game of the night?
I think that's pretty much it for me.
And then stick around because we are going to build. FanDuel's got a risk-free tonight. We are going to build a risk-free parlay. We can make it a same game parlay. We can combine the games. Doesn't matter. We're going to make it fun and have a fun lotto to sweat out together. Okay, let's see. So third game of the night, our nightcap is, Orlando Magic at the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers are favored by 6.5. Total is 220.5. So I'll go to you first. Spread. So you said this would be the last game before James Harden, I assume. Are you taking a side or total in this game? And how do you see this game playing out?
If they weren't playing the Lakers tomorrow night, I would really like the Clippers here. Unfortunately, this is the ultimate look-ahead spot. And then, of course, we know the Clippers are going to be down bodies. Now, if this was a standalone, that wouldn't concern me. But combine that with the fact that they could be looking ahead. It's kind of rough here. The Magic, I think they're a really good team. I think this is a tough road trip for a young team to start their season with. They squeaked out the win in the cover against Portland. And then they headed down to LA. And I don't know. What did you think of the way they looked in that game last night, Tyler?
To the Magic?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't look terrible. Like, they hung around. They're just.
I was kind of disappointed in Paulo. I felt that if he would have really played. He
started the year slow.
He hasn't been good.
Yeah, he started the year very slow. I'm not.
Another thing, I think one of the reasons the Magic have been playing so well is that Jonathan Isaacs has been playing so well, but he's doubtful tonight. That should make the Magic's defense a little less.
With the knee problems he's dealt with over the years.
Yeah, that should definitely decrease the Magic's defensive presence there. Jalen Suggs, Fultz looking good. I don't know if that's like the old QB thing though, Tyler. If you have 2 point guards, do you have 0, right? Because I don't know who they're going to turn the team over to. I like the Clippers. I like the under, but it's tough for me to get here with that back-to-back looming big game tomorrow night.
Okay. I got a very simple way to approach this game.
Love it.
How many more games is Russell Westbrook going to be like the only point guard on this team? Probably none. It's probably the last game he gets to just run the point on his own. Westbrook double and win plus 310. Westbrook 10 plus assists and win plus 440. And sprinkle on the triple double too, because I think he can get their Westbrook triple double and win 25-1.
I love that, though. I still am having flashbacks to sweating him out to get that double parlay, and he's the one that killed it. So, but I totally get your reasoning.
Like the Magic aren't the best defensive team. These guys could easily just score a ton of points on them. And he could just be dishing the ball around to guys that are just getting easy.
Yeah, buckets. I forget who they were playing Friday night or whatever game that
he should be able to beat both these point guards off the dribble to the hoop causing the defense to crash on him, which could lead to more assists too. So
Okay.
I like approaching them.
I can
What do you
get
think
7
about
plus
that, Fred?
wins at plus 100, 7 plus assists and win at plus 100, 8 plus assists at plus 170, 9 plus assists at plus 202, 10 plus assists is plus 326. Which one do you recommend, Tyler?
I mean, I'm probably just going for the whole 10.
Going for the gold. Yeah.
But if you want to be safe, I mean, the even money one.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? 7 plus assists for an even
I
money.
mean, he should be able to get there. Let's see what he's done in his couple games. I know he got the double digits in, I believe, game 1.
Game 1 he did. That's why I was like, okay, I'm throwing this in this parlay, and then he's the one.
It just lines up as that spot where it's like if I was in his shoes and it's like Harden's coming in, probably just going to come in, cause a split in the ball handling duties, may even in the long run push one of you two to the bench to run a whole different unit. I think tonight you see him kind of go out there and you get the old school Westbrook, like he's putting up a stat line tonight.
Okay, what do you think, Spread? Are you with
so
that?
What he had 19, 8, and 3.
Sorry, go ahead. Read it off.
Yeah, 19, 8, and 3 against the Spurs. Yeah, I was just reading off his stat line. 19, 8, and 3 against the Spurs, 4, 9, and 4 against the Jazz, and then 11, 5, and 13 against Portland.
5 and 13, yeah. Okay. All right. Any other props in general that you like from this game? Points, assists, rebounds, anything?
I mean, they don't have many bodies, so I don't hate targeting the main two guys like Kawhi and Paul George.
Right.
There's only 9 guys. These guys got to shoot a ton. Paul George could easily light these guys up for a ton of points. Same thing with Kawhi. And outside of them, though, like I wouldn't target any of the other guys. I think I'm just going to key in on Westbrook in this game. Maybe sprinkle in some Kawhi and some PG.
Yeah, and is this in my imagination? But I remember the end of last season, like kind of getting on plus money, Kawhi Leonard, 3+ threes. And he seems to be getting there. I've done that a couple times this season. I think he's gotten there both times I've done it. If my memory serves, is he chucking up more threes this year and last year than kind of prior?
I think he usually chucks about like 5 or 6 a game spread, somewhere in there, maybe a little less.
He's always been a good 3-point shooter. He's been red
hot to start the year.
Okay.
I mean, in 2019, when we were calling him the best player in the world, right? It was off the versatility. He had the mid-range to get a 2-pointer.
Right.
Because the thing, we see all these like guys that just spend so much time on threes. What happens when you're down by 1 with 12 seconds to go?
Right.
Would you rather just get a nice high percentage mid-range shot? I know 3 is worth more than 2, but if you're down by 1, it really doesn't matter. So Kawhi's versatility in that regard, but he's always been a solid 3-point shooter, and I think he's improved that during his time in the Clippers. So I think you got a great look there, Meg.
Yeah, because I mean, he has started the season. What, Tyler? How many threes has he got in the last couple games? I know the one he got at least 4. I want to say
4.
I think he had 4 2 of the games that I put. Yeah, if you don't mind pulling that one up, that might be.
I was just checking Westbrook stats for against the Magic. I mean, typical Westbrook averages 23 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists versus the Magic. He's played against the Magic one time in that Clippers jersey and had 9 assists. So hopefully he can get one more than he had the first time. Let's check Kawhi's game log here. Do you guys notice that StatMuse, when you try and look up certain stuff, it tries to make you pay for it? Do you notice that spread?
I haven't used it that much.
I haven't used it that. I use it now and then, but I haven't used it that.
Just a tip for the people in the chat too, if they use it a lot. If you download the app on your phone, it doesn't block anything. You could still look at like the games that are blocked.
There's an app for it?
Yeah. Maybe on I know it's in the Apple store. I don't know about the Android store spread.
He's throwing you under the bus.
I'm just catching strays left and right today, bro. Where's my cat? I need someone to be nice to me.
Yeah, Kawhi went 5 for 5, 4 for 10, and 3 for 7 from 3.
Oh yeah, let's go. I like it. You know me and my plus money 3-pointers. I love that. I think I'm on Kawhi tonight for that, because then you don't need to worry if it's a blowout. He can still get there on the threes. Okay. Anything else before we build a risk-free same game parlay?
That's it for me.
Spread. Any final thoughts for the people?
I mean, since Tyler was so kind to not dunk on me at least one more time, I guess we're ready to move on.
Spread, did we sufficiently cheer you up? You said we needed to like pump you up and fire you up.
You know what's going to cheer me up is getting these wins tonight. I'm going safe, Tyler. I need to get the win, so I'm taking 7+ assists and win.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. I like that. Did you grab the
Randall?
Yeah, you got to grab the Randall.
I'm waiting on that one for Donovan Mitchell news. I'm not going to play it if Mitchell plays.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, let's each take a leg. I mean, how wild do we want to go, and what do we want to approach? I mean, we could approach the double, triple type angle in each game, or we could, or just kind of do a same game parlay.
You said it's a risk-free same game, so we have to key in on one game, right?
No, I think it's same game parlay plus on FanDuel. Let me double check that though. That's a great question. Oh no, it is the TNT game. Okay, so
what game are we working with?
So eligible games include Knicks, Cavs, Spurs, Suns. So not the Clippers game.
Going to do a good old the Knicks and the Cavs spread.
As I say, do you want to do Spurs, Suns?
You can also mix both. I believe you can mix both. Let me see if it does say in the fine print. Just reading fine print is not my specialty, but let me see. Yeah, same game. Three just has to be 3 legs over plus 400. That won't be a problem for us. Same game parlay or same game parlay plus, but has to be the TNT game. So it could even be a combination of the Cavs game and the Spurs Suns game, or it could be one or the other. It just can't be the Clippers game.
I like using like Wemby's 6.5 rebounds, the over there. We'll just take his normal number. We won't go with his alt number there. We'll just take the over 6.5. That'll be my leg.
Okay.
For the first one I'll put.
Damn, they set Mobley rebounds at 11.5. That one's out.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. You said it was 6+ rebounds, Tyler?
Yeah, just whatever his normal line is, Meg. I think it's 6.5. Just the over on that.
Sorry, I'm grabbing that now. Okay, spread. What do you got for us?
KD over 5.5 assists.
KD over. Sorry, my mouse having issues. Let's see. Okay, you guys are going to talk me through if this is dumb or not. Okay. You know how you said the Josh Okogie thing? Do we think he's live for 10 points? Or is that too wild?
What's his line set at?
It's plus 100.
Spread? I hate betting on guys like this.
Okay, then we won't do it. I'll leave it up. I said I'm deferring to you guys.
I say no because I think they play everybody one-on-one and he doesn't get the opportunities. There's no reason to double tonight.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to decide if I stay in this game. I can't do my 3+3s for Kawhi because that's not the TNT game. Let's see. Well, we can't do. Yeah, I guess we could do the Wemby blocks in here, right, Tyler?
I was thinking Wemby 3+, add the plus 150, boost the odds a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, let me find blocks. Okay, so 3+ blocks is plus 150, which brings it up to plus 677. So we got Wemby over 6.5 rebounds, 3+ blocks, Durant over 5.5 assists. So that's what we're doing.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's get this thing going.
Are we only doing 3 legs or?
Oh, well, no.
How much money do you want, Tyler?
I want this at least 10-1.
Okay.
I was going to say, if you're making it risk-free, you might as well make it.
Yeah, I was going to say we get the money back anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well swing for the fences, right?
Exactly. So yeah, do another round here, or you go, or I defer to you guys to find some good ones. I was about to do Josh Okogie 10+
RJ Barrett 20+ points.
Oh yeah, because we can do that game too. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Like it. We talked about that earlier. I like highlighting everything we talked about. Sorry, my mouse.
Why did we flip on RJ Barrett? Wasn't I defending him last year and you were saying that he sucked? And now all of a sudden you're pro Barrett?
Spread. I think Anthony Simons is not the best NBA player, but I bet the shit out of his threes because the dude shoots a shit ton of them. I'm going to bet RJ Barrett, and I don't think he's good because the dude just shoots the ball a shit ton.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do we want you guys love the double or triple double. Do we want 10 plus rebounds?
I was thinking that. Yep, Meg, take his 10 plus rebounds. That gets us up to like 33-1 on this ticket.
Okay. Are we happy with this? I mean, what do you guys think?
How many assists has Brunson had in his first couple games?
Not that many, has he?
His 6+ is plus 120. So,
ooh. Wait, how many has he had the first few?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Let's see. He's had.
I mean, Clyde's calling for it.
5, 5, and 6.
Oh, so it's right there.
I'm down to take a 6+. Add the plus money in there. It gets a 70-1 on that ticket.
You guys are crazy.
It's risk-free. Okay, so this is the beauty of these crazy things that DraftKings.
I know. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning and check Twitter and be like, here's enterprising East Coast gamblers bankrupt FanDuel.
Here's how this is going to go, Spread. Either we win and we get the victory lap it, or B, we lose, we get our money back, and we win it on the first touchdown on Thursday.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
All right. You got me there.
Exactly. That's perfect.
I got to make sure I opt into this before I bet it. Almost made that mistake.
What happens if you don't opt in?
It's just a regular bet at that point. You don't get your money back.
Yeah, you have to opt in first. Yeah, that's the tricky stuff. You just have to be careful about that. Okay, so I'm just going to read it off for the people again. We've got in the first game, Barrett 20 plus, Randall 10 plus rebounds, Brunson 6 plus assists. Then in the second TNT game, Wembyana 6 plus, over 6.5 rebounds, 3 plus blocks, and Kevin Durant over 5.5 assists for a total of basically 70-1. So I am in on this and I love it. This is my favorite types of NBA bets. And the best part is it's risk-free.
Let's win this.
I love it. I love it. Hopefully anybody watching tails and we win together. That is the best part. Would Tyler, would you, when he comes back, I was going to say, would you do anything, DGen, of doing a parlay of Wembyana double-double with a Randall double-double? That could be interesting.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
I'm thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when he comes back, we can say our goodbyes. But any other final thoughts before we get out of here, Spread?
I gotta turn this thing around, man. Yeah. I gotta turn this thing around, man.
I got confidence in you tonight. Tonight's gonna be the night you turn it around. Send in the good vibes, the good mojo. I think you're gonna turn it around tonight, Spread. First, at the beginning of the season of every season, and no matter what the sport, you're getting the lay of the land.
Spoiled. We crushed to begin last year. We got up to a good start in NFL.
Yeah,
I didn't know I was capable. I didn't know I was capable of losing. I mean, I'm learning about myself.
That's where we grow. This is where we grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. Oh, Tyler, I asked when you were out, do we go crazy and also do like a Wemby double-double, Randall double-double parlay together? I mean,
add Russell Westbrook in there too, just for some fun.
I mean, I did it the last time. Why not go for, run that thing back?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Have some fun.
All right, then we're doing that. So hopefully we have multiple things.
You really want to have some fun. You can put there like $5 on Randall to triple-double and Westbrook to triple-double.
Jeez. Yeah. What is that? Plus, that's got to be like.
Here, give me 1 second. I'll pull that up.
I love when we go ultra degen.
Wow. He's 29. No, he's 29-1 already on FanDuel to
Oh, he's already come down to 29-1.
Yeah. So that was they realized the moment like 4 people clicked that button that was wrong.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Man, thank God we got in when we did. I love it. Well, hopefully we make them pay. But you put his triple double and Westbrook's triple double. He's given us a DGen number for the people.
What's this win you? $10 wins you 7,500 if they both triple double.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it's just a quick 7,500. 750 to 1.
750
on
to 1.
On a 3-game shitty NBA slate on a Tuesday.
I mean, this is the best kind. These 3-game short slates, which aren't Tuesdays usually shorter slates.
Tuesday and Thursdays are always the shortest slate, so they can. That's like their Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football primetime deal on TNT.
Yeah, TNT.
Tomorrow they come back with a 13-game slate, Tyler.
Yeah, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are just chaos.
Massive. Yeah. Okay. I like the shorter slates because you get to pick spots like this where you just.
I do too. I just hated the lines tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's why you like you said, you play it safe and you get yourself right spread, but then you go a little DGen with us and then have fun.
It's weird that they punted on tonight. I don't know. I mean, like, these aren't the best matchups.
I mean, the Cavs Knicks was just the whole playoff thing again.
Right. So the Cavs and Knicks is good.
Half
but don't you
their
feel like
guys were out? The Clippers were supposed to have a decently good roster. Same thing with the Suns Spurs game would have been the one if everyone was in because it's Victor versus.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I take it back. You would have had Knicks Cavs, and then if Booker and Beal were playing, I guess there'd be a little more interest here in watching this Suns Spurs game.
Well, I think it's appropriate that then we do, every Tuesday, you guys are doing NBA shows with me here on Fanspeak Network.
Yeah, the shorter slates, and that way we can talk longer.
Shorter slates. We just throw in, sprinkle in a little bit of NFL craziness. We sprinkle in a little bit of this DGen craziness. Oh, before we get out of here, Spread, I have to ask, first week of NBA basketball, how's it kicking off for you?
I'm doing good. You know how much Jalen Byrne I drafted?
About. Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, I remember.
And I didn't realize this. You don't make a lineup every night. You make it every week.
Right.
Some of these like late round picks are not getting as much run as I thought.
Okay.
I thought for some reason you made a lineup every night. It's just who has the highest points for the week.
Which makes it an interesting sweat. Because the accumulation of the weekly points.
I texted my buddy. I was like, "You want the miss price of the day on FanDuel?" He's like, "Sure." I gave him the Randall triple double, and he just texted me again. He's like, "Yeah, it's down 29 to 1 already."
Yeah.
Like I told you.
Well, that's what you got to watch the show for. Get the odds before the books catch on. So we grabbed it. Hopefully you guys did too. This was really fun, guys. And of course, then join us again Thursday at 3:00 for the NFL betting card. Check these guys out every other day on Nuke the House. Of course, check out their projections on our sports betting tab on fanspeak.com. And of course, our NFL betting card on fanspeak.com. So thank you guys.
And you know what I just realized, Meg? It's just going to be you and Tyler next week.
On next Tuesday?
Yeah, I'll be in the air at this time.
You're flying. Are you going to? Is this when you guys are
going
to Vegas?
Again?
Oh, you're so jealous. Where are you staying this time?
Harrah's.
Okay, love it. Okay.
Right in the middle of the strip.
Yeah, that's good location. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Check out the Spear.
Are you going to go check out the Sphere?
Yeah, instead of watching Monday Night Football.
Okay. Are you seeing a show there?
Yeah, I said I'll go Monday night. I don't care about the Chargers and the Jets.
Oh, I love Vegas so much. I need to hear all the details. I love this. So, okay. Well, that sounds good. Well, anyways, this has been a ton of fun. Good luck tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.